Alright, guys, welcome back. And
This
as we
don't know, man.
found
See
out
what
at
I got
the
here. Someone
end
knew who
of
he was.
last
How do
episode, we
you know?
got
There are dead
the
people all
next
over this
part
hellhole.
of
This was an
Deadshot's
execution. One bullet
side
to the head.
mission, Shot in the
Perfect shot.
Dark.
Really? What's so
And
special about this
here's
guy?
our
The only thing
next,
I know is that whoever killed him will be long
crime
gone.
scene.
People who do hits like this don't hang
And
around to get caught.
I'm sure,
We should
as
stay
you
here.
guys have
It's the
probably
safest
seen
place.
by now, this episode's going to be a little shorter than what I would have originally liked it to be. I had to step away from, something came up, and I had to take care of. But I did say that I was going to try to, going to add in, a few episodes that weren't, entirely
behind this car when he was killed.
like
How did
50
Deadshot do it?
minutes or almost an hour. So I guess accidental, you know, I guess like successful accident,
Good. He's killed again. We need to stop him.
accidents, I guess. Unknowingly doing something and succeeding, I guess.
He worked on the tower communication system.
And the other one?
I can't find any information about what he worked on, which is suspicious enough if you ask me. But he was previously contracted on military projects, specializing in
This
advanced weapon delivery
episode
systems.
will
Deadshot's
you know,
clearing up Strange's
mainly
mess.
just be
I'll track
finishing
Deadshot to
up
see if he left anything I can use to
you
find
know,
him. Good work, bud.
Deadshot's side mission for the most part, guys, and we'll be doing just a little bit
The bullet hit
extra
here.
of a few more Riddler trophies and a few more
That's how
Riddler
he did it.
informants.
Deadshot
As
ricocheted his
well.
shot off this shutter.
But yeah, no real story progression for this episode. Just mainly focused on side missions. Either completing, side missions or doing more progress in them.
Send Vicky Vale a news flash.
To make the shot, Deadshot would have been lying down. His body heat melted the snow there. We've got him, Oracle. I've isolated a number of very distinctive plastic-based particles and identified items that use this material in their construction.
So I see. Looking at the possible choices, I assume you've decided on the power substations, right?
Exactly. Cross-referencing this against locations that would definitely contain the metallic particles from the second crime scene gives us...
3 locations. You've done it. You're actually gonna catch the son of a bitch.
I've marked the map. I'll let you know what happens. The only way I'm going to find Deadshot is to check out each of the locations that match his forensic profile.
And there we are, as we just saw on the map there. You've got 3 areas that you can check, but, I'm almost certain that it's, it's always the 3rd one you check, and it's almost always this one all the way back here in Amusement Mile. So you can go to the other 2 areas, but this one will always be the final one that you go to. I'm almost 100% positive it's almost always
This area contains one of the
this
electrical substations
substation
that are linked
back
to
here.
Deadshot. I should investigate further.
But before we do that, we're gonna get this Riddler trophy over here. Couldn't have gotten this one because we didn't have the freeze cluster grenade. Right there, Batman just completely, has a lack of spatial awareness and just walks off his little ice bridge or his little ice platform. I think we do manage to get that one. And just instead of hitting R1 just to grapple up fast or try to jump to the light light post. But we eventually get it. Oh yeah, right here, and sorry about this here, guys. This goes on for a brief moment for so if any of you guys want to move forward in the video about maybe 10 or so 15 seconds, you guys can go ahead. My someone called me and I had to answer the phone real fast. And I was doing that. I eventually put my phone on speaker and I was talking to a friend while I was playing right here. So 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 yeah, I was doing that. 1 second, guys. And guys, we got that Riddler trophy. And now we can continue on with Deadshot's mission, the final part of it.
Deadshot was here. He was using this substation to store
Got
his
him.
equipment and a PDA. It's heavily encrypted.
Well,
I'll need to
Deadshot's
bypass the security if I'm
PDA.
going to find out
You
any
have
more
to
about Deadshot
hack
and
it.
what he's doing here. This PDA was definitely given to Deadshot by Hugo
Surprise,
Strange.
surprise,
It
who
looks like
the
he was
last
sampled into Arkham
3
in order to take
targets
out a
are.
specific list of threats to Strange's position. Let's see. Deadshot only has 3
like
targets
it's
left.
Jack Ryder,
Jack Ryder,
Bruce Wayne,
and
Batman.
Damn. He's working to a schedule. Ryder's his next hit.
Two
He's
of
marked his
those
current location.
targets
He's
would
going to
be
kill him in 3
awfully
minutes
hard
if
to
I don't get to him
find
in
for
time.
Deadshot, considering, allegedly, 2 of those individuals are the same guy, But I don't know, I don't know if Deadshot has heard though, but apparently there was some guy running around Arkham City who looks like Bruce Wayne. So, maybe maybe Deadshot would get confused with there being 2 guys apparently who look like Bruce. But with jokes aside, we gotta save Jack Ryder, and he, is always all the way over here, kind of on the very edge of the Park Row and like the Bowery area. He's always over here, and I know it's like for like the boss fight with but he's always right there.
You made me miss my target, Batman. I never miss.
So yeah, all right, the Deadshot boss fight, or lack thereof.
You want to try your luck?
Basically,
Go on, then. Stop
if
hiding like a
he's
baby. Fight.
looking at you in your direction, hide behind cover, and if he turns around is when you want to move, and he can one shot
Stop
if he
hiding.
sees you. So be careful of that. And he fires his guns like an
I can play this
auto
game
turret.
all night, Batman.
He'll shoot
After
your
I
batterings
kill you,
out of the
I'll
air
kill
and
Jack
all of
Ryder,
that.
Bruce Wayne,
And you
then I
can't
can
jam
just
his
collect
guns
my
because
check.
they're custom. And yeah, and if you can just do all that, and you can take down Deadshot. And of course, Batman takes his wrist his wrist guns away from him, and he locks him up in a subway car. And he will stay there for the rest of the game.
Did you find Deadshot?
He's not a problem anymore. I'll let Gordon know where he is and come back for him later.
So yeah, and in my opinion, Deadshot is another example of a character who has an awful boss fight, or or boss-like interaction in this game, and Arkham Origins does it better. So much better. His boss fight in Arkham Origins is a lot. It is night and day. Just like how the Arkham, in that same game in Origins, is for the Bane boss fights. So is it for So Origins, does the same for Deadshot as well. And for the last little bit here, guys, we're going to interrogate a few Riddler informants, and we're going to pick up a few, and we're going to do a little more cleanup of some of the Riddler trophies that we couldn't get here in the museum. And that's how we will end the episode. And we will end it with a voicemail from the Joker. And then, the thing came up, and I had to stop the recording early.
Look who it is. Little Mr. Coffee.
So yeah, there's Two Faces guys, making fun of Penguin. And yes, you can go back and talk to him. But, ain't got no time for that. There's riddles to find. And that's another thing that, that Rocksteady, that they did a better job with in the sequel. That was, I don't know, either an oversight or they just weren't thinking of doing that in Arkham Asylum. Because in Arkham Asylum, once you beat the main story and all of that, outside of of a few of the crazier patients who Joker lets out, there's no more, of the Blackgate thugs roaming around the island or anything like that. So something that I'm glad that they did in Arkham City is they made it to where occasionally inmates would still make use of the interior buildings in some way, either guys in combat encounters or predator rooms with guns. Which is really glad that was something they did. Makes the game world feel more alive. That that the inmates are still constantly making use of all the buildings in the prison. Really, really does a good job in making it feel more alive and more lived in. And not just a big old giant empty open world like it was in Asylum. Yeah, and here we're getting the trophy that was behind the gate on the far side of the room, and we're going to be answering that, lining up that Riddler trophy there, that scannable there for the riddle, and the question mark on the wall, and the dot on the little pole. So we spend a moment doing that. So I'll check back in with you guys when we do it. There we go. finally was able to get it aligned. And, we got some more guys over here. They got a little dialogue. Then we got our
How
predator
deep do you
room.
think it is? Deep enough to hold one big ass.
It's Batman!
Yeah, and they just, that one guy saw me. So, do the multi-ground takedown and elbow of justice. Beat him over the head with the elbow. So yeah, this room is really easy. The guy on the bridge, he won't move unless you, do something. So take out, this guy here real fast. And also something else that's really, cool that, Rocksteady did is, none of these guys have the heartbeat monitors on. So, I mean, you can just completely walk up behind all these guys, and they won't, they won't know you're there. You just get up behind them all and just silently take them out. And then we can get our friend on the bridge up there. We can find out what Riddler, where he had. Well, we can almost get him. We got this other guy right here, and how he didn't, see his friend over there knocked out on the floor. So we can just grab him real fast, then we can get the informant on the bridge. Find out what he knows.
Don't make me hurt you.
I'll tell you what I know.
Thank you.
So yeah, looks like we got Wonder City, the Industrial District, and the subway. So he knew he knew a little bit of stuff. And we got that Riddler trophy that was back here. You gotta use the freeze blast or the freeze grenade. Grab that one. More concept art for Penguin's Men. Just double checking the map, making sure I got everything here in the armory. And then we're gonna make our way over to the war room. We got one more combat encounter for this episode. Then we can get the other Riddler trophy that was in the war room. It was in a vent area. It had some steam that we couldn't get. Didn't have the freeze grenade, so now we can, now we can get it. Get some more of, looks like, Two-Face's men, maybe. Some of them might have been former Penguins guys who switched sides. Take out the guy in the body armor. And take out everyone else really quickly as well. There's our Riddler trophy. Quick fire throw a freeze blast. Pick up the trophy. Got character trophy for Ra's al Ghul. Do one more quick check. We got, 295 out of 440. And we're getting some more concept art and a few audio tapes, maybe. At least for, some of them. We get some of the inmate audio tapes that they had with Hugo. And, well, this episode is almost over, guys, and I apologize that it was a bit shorter. But and I did say that I was gonna try to have maybe not all episodes be like an hour long. This one I just so happened to be recording this one, and something came up that I had to I had to stop recording and take care of. But ain't got much more in this one. Just got a missed call voicemail from Joker that we take a look at. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, as short as it was. And and leave your thoughts down below on what y'all think of some of the shorter episodes as well. And I'll try to do a better job of keeping those in mind for future series. But I've been your host, guys, Gaming Dragon. You know where the like button is, the comment section, and the subscribe button, and you all know what they do. And I hope to see you guys, hopefully, in the next episode. And I'll leave you guys off with the voicemails from Joker.
You have one missed call.
Hey, Bats, are you okay? I'm sorry I had Harley steal your cure. You were so busy with Freeze she didn't even have time to ask. But don't worry, as soon as that little minx is back here and I've had my share, I'll save some for you. You'll have to work for it, but it will be right here waiting for you. You probably won't believe this, but I don't really think I can sit back and watch you die. It's selfish, really, but we need each other. Life would be so boring without you. Who would I talk to? Who would really understand me?